Hello guys, here Mr. Merlos greeting you all. I hope you're doing quite well. This video has the purpose of explaining a little about what you're gonna do in this activity for week number 10. And I'm telling you, this week we're gonna continue with the same dynamic that we started with the previous activity. If you know, previous activity was the last activity for laboratory number 1. It means that the first three homeworks that we did in this term, they are going to be the ones that I'm going to transform into the laboratory 1. Then this activity enters right for counting as the laboratory number 2. And still we're going to work in groups this time because it's necessary that we collaborate in order to understand better, right? In order to suggest ideas and also to clarify maybe doubts that one person can have and other right classmate can clarify. That's why we're thinking on making groups in the same number as the last time, 3 people per group, and just giving the chance right for making groups of 2 people, right, in case some people cannot work right in a trio. But later, right, I would prefer that if we keep that number right in all of the groups, that will be better, and that we don't try to work in groups of 4 people because that's overcrowded. I think that 3 people can communicate and collaborate in a good way. 2 people can work perfectly well, but later 4 people, I don't think so. There is always someone who could be just lazing around, and that is not something that I would like you to be carrying on. So let's start to explain what you're going to do. This week in the topic of syntax, we're going to try to make a syntactic analysis, right, of some sentences. What does it mean? That we're going to try to identify in one sentence all of those elements that correspond to the order, right, that we use in the language for forming those sentences. That's why we got to be very, very careful about the grammatical categories that exist in the language. Besides, right, all of the grammatical categories that we use when we speak. And because of that, I request, right, deeply that people try to be part of the video conference right this week, because I will try to clarify more about those grammatical categories and also the grammatical elements that form the sentences. For example, if you still have doubts about what a noun phrase, a verb phrase, an adverbial phrase, prepositional phrase, or an adjective phrase is in a sentence, I will clarify all those terms right in the class, in the video conference. In that way, right, you will be clear about what right you would take right in a sentence as each of those elements. Also, we'll try to clarify right about the grammatical categories and see what elements you can count in each of the sentences that you have to make. So there is going to be a template that you have to download. It's in the description of the activity, and that's the one that you're going to fill out with each of the sentences. What are going to be the sentences that what are here, right? So you're going to work with this one. Don't get fooled by the number, right? Because here we have only 10 sentences, but in reality, analyzing each one will take right a little bit long, because you gotta fill out right all of the characteristics in this chart. That's why collaborating in group is going to be very important for this activity. Alright, thank you very much, and I hope that you can join me in the video conference so I can clarify all of the doubts that you could have about filling up this chart, and also about the grammatical elements and the grammatical categories. Alright, see you and take care a lot.